proper championship game that, I presume.
Yeah, I thought it was two clubs that are looking to get, have a good season really. A lot of similarities between the clubs, ex-Premier League clubs. Norwich have changed manager and changed some players. Sheffield United, thankfully, have not changed manager and have changed a lot of players. Two well-coached teams, very cagey game. I think we're always a little bit greedy and think that if we'd have found that little bit of better quality when we got into those positions, especially first half, scoring positions, whether that's really good defending or we just lack that little bit of quality. I thought we got into some fabulous positions second half, counter-attack, and just didn't find that pass. Early on in the season, I said to the players before in our meeting, as long as you're committed and believe in what we do and are enthusiastic about it and receptive to the coaching, then we will get better by every game, by every week, and I do believe we will do. Never an easy place to come, as I know, through recent travels, and if we can't win, you don't get beat, and we've managed to take a decent point against a tough side.
Yeah, and a big moment for young Blaster, and he took it as well, didn't he? He's a player for the big moments, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought his performance was outstanding. I think as well from a team point of view to change both centre halves and have boys. I know Alfie's been at Chelsea, but he's still getting up to speed with Championship football. Harrison Burrows has come from League One. Michael Cooper's come and made his debut. So there's certain bits and pieces in there that we're happy about, and their performances didn't affect the result.
I guess they're the selection dilemmas you want, don't they? You
want 100%
on the right to challenge Raksaki. You want not to be an easy decision with help coming back. You want those.
Absolutely, trying to build. But we understand, like Norwich Arsh, imagine, they lose a player this week. They brought two in. I know there's been noise about Sargent as well, as there's been noise about Anel for us. So that hasn't been easy for the manager here, as much as it's not been easy for me as well. He is ill, by the way. That's straight up. That's no spin or ducking and diving on that. We went to see him on Thursday. Doctor went to see him on Thursday, and he's got a bug. And if he'd have been on the bus, we'd have just spread that around. And so he stayed at home. So the two boys coming in, but Blaster's goal was a good finish. I thought, a big thing for us, especially off the back of last season, is what our attitude to adversity is like, or disappointment. And I believe that we had control of the game up to that period, knowing that Norwich was still dangerous. They had two moments, the first moment early on and obviously that, which was a brilliant round the corner, great bit of play and a fabulous finish by an excellent player. So you have to deal with that, and what's your response? I thought our response was first class.
Yeah, and just Jack Robinson obviously missed out. How serious is an injury is that?
No, we expect Jack to be back for next week, Anel to be back for next week, Shackleton to be back for next week, Femi to be back for next week. We haven't lost anybody today, and some tired legs out there, because this is where we're trying to get up to speed physically, trying to get better. So rest, big game for us, the local derby on Tuesday night, which will flip it around a little bit. But I don't want anybody to be disappointed. I don't think the supporters were, because of their reaction at the end. I think they're seeing the patience, what they need to see. The team will get better. It's a well-coached team. I'm not being arrogant about that, against another well-coached team, and this is the Championship, and it's decided on bits of magic which they found. We found that one with Blaster, and we just couldn't find that bit as much as they couldn't find that bit going the other way.
Yeah, that's a big week now, isn't it, on and off the pitch? Are you looking forward to that?
No. Above obviously will take care of itself, but our job is still to build a good group. We don't want to lose anybody, and if we do, we have to have contingency plans, which I believe we have. But I want to keep everybody. I'm delighted. I keep saying I'm delighted with the additions that we made. I thank the owners for allowing me to build, which I believe we're good at, which we've done before and we'll do again. I think you've seen the attitude of the players and the personality of the players that we're trying to bring in. The O'Hares, the Souters, the Gilchrists, the Shackletons, Tyrese Campbell as well. Those types of boys that want to come here and want to be here for the right reason. So delighted with that. We've got a really good group, tight group. They're knitting well together, and you have to be, because if you're not, then you get beat today. You come here at a big club with some good players, and you get turned over. And that I don't believe we being greedy a little bit, but I think possibly when the head hits the pillar, it's a good away point against a strong club.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Mondays for Monday?
Yep.
3 games into the league season, teams that come down sometimes struggle on the face of it. Blades are not struggling, they're acclimatising back to life in the Championship. How happy are you with just how this first period is looking?
We've changed. I think, when teams come down, the favourites go back up. Changes to Burnley, obviously losing some players. Some changes at Luton, but not many. Huge changes at Sheffield United. So I don't think we can be anything else but happy in terms of the attitude of the players that we've brought in, and now we're trying to play. And then you add on, not a great change from Burnley style. I'm not so sure. I've not really seen a lot of Luton this year, but I don't think there will be much change in terms of the way they play. And we've gone from 3-5-2 to a flat back 4 and wingers and 10s and 2 sitting midfield players. So delighted really to be unbeaten. We're unbeaten all season, which I managed to tell the players, including pre-season friendlies. So we've got to keep that going and enjoying it, enjoying suffering together, which we did today, because there were times where Norwich were on top, especially like last 5 minutes, and we just ran out of steam a little bit and got stretched a little bit. So we had to suffer there and get through that period, which myself, I'm really happy to see that, because I think that's a quality that we'll need right the way through the season. And when we have the chance to get on the ball and play and enjoy that, I think we did. As long as it's all together, which we did. Enjoy the ball, enjoy suffering, and enjoy being part of a football club that I'm sure will during the months and the season will get better and grow. 2
more from me. Just can it be a difficult transitional period because of the deflation of being relegated and rolling your sleeves up and it's pissing down with rain in the Championship?
Yeah.
Your lot did roll their sleeves up and grit it out. Can it be a different mindset required, and can it be a difficult transitional period? Well,
it has to be. There's no excuses. We're not an excuse club. There's no excuse culture about us, about last year. Last year's gone. We can't do anything about that. That's gone. And it's a new group as well. So I have had the question asked to me through local guys as well, hangover from last year. I've got to say, I've not seen any of that, and there's no reason why there should be. We're on to a new season. Disappointment last year, get over it. Sell out away from home. Incredibly positive crowd last week. Sell out at Preston. I think the supporters are enjoying how we play. They have to be as patient as much as I am at times, but I'm seeing that, and I thank them for that as well.
And lastly, I don't get to ask the questions regularly that these guys do, so I will ask you, how much business and how much strengthening do you expect to need to do? Is there any going out as well? What does this next 5 years?
Well, it could be. Yeah, there could be some outs. We understand that, and we have to deal with it. I don't want there to be, but I think it's like Norwich as well. If somebody puts a bid in for the centre forward that they can't turn down, then they can't turn it down, and they have to do what they have to do. Just as much as if we get any bids for our players that we look at and assess and think, right, we need to analyse this and see where this goes. That gets taken out my hands really. I'm here to coach and manage, help with the coaching and manage the football team. So. But I don't want to lose anybody, and I do. We've got 2 loans left, and I'd love the opportunity. I thank everybody for what they've done so far for me, but I'd love the opportunity of just sticking a little bit of icing on the cake that will make us better. I'm doing that because I believe we need it, and if we do, then great, fabulous, and if we don't, we'll go with the group that we've got and keep working with that.
Do you think this window, though, it is a bit bizarre, it's still open when people play football, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolute nonsense for me. I know the West Ham manager talked about it, and a few years ago, we had a situation where it shut before the first game. I don't know what year that was, and there was only loan signings that you could do. But inside football, from my point of view and the coach's point of view, I don't see any benefit of it at all. The only benefit, obviously, it looks as if it generates some money because of transactions that happen. But I'm not sure that underpins everything and props football up. I'm not sure that if we did shut the window on the 1st of August or before the first game of the season, that the football pyramid will collapse. I don't see it. So, yeah, again, it's a decision that's made by non-footballing people, in my opinion. And if there is, as I said, if it is a financial situation, we earn that much money between transactions, then I'll get that and I'll shut up and get back in my cage.
I saw you at the end of the game pointing to, was it Andre? That I couldn't quite see, I must admit, but to one of the players in front of the fans.
No, I think I was tapping my watch again because I was getting battered by Norwich fans again. It's become quite a regular thing, which I quite find funny because I had a Norwich City scarf around my neck last year at Rotherham because I got invited by Stuart Webber to a game, and I was sat next to Delia and Michael, and me and Francesca were having a glass of wine with them. And enjoyed their hospitality, and I was on their tail just pinching myself really because I'm thinking if 25,000 Norwich fans are looking at this and thinking what's going off here. But I got on well with Stuart. He was very, very kind to me when I was asking advice. I know the work that he did down here and obviously the fabulous connection that he had with Daniel, and Daniel is somebody that I speak to and text pretty regular. You know, text him last year when he was at Leeds and go well, and I've received stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite funny how things sort of turn around, but still get the annual abuse, which you take and give a little bit back. I just it's my character. I can't help it, Shilty. I can't help it. Sorry.
And I know you have been asked this before, but it's obviously just for what we're. I mean, to give Oliver the armband at that age is we know what his ability's like, but that's a little insight into his character because, especially at the club that he follows, his hometown club, it's a big deal.
Yeah, big responsibility. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but he can handle it and he can carry that. You know, you're looking and Jack doesn't travel with us. So you're looking round and you can go, which I'm liking, by the way. I can go Suter, I can go Hamer, I can go Moore, I could go Vinny. There's a couple that I can't go, but I've got boys there that can wear the armband and lead. So for me, I'm getting that off Suter, I'm getting off Kiefer Moore, I'm getting that off Gus. Blaster is somebody that we think a lot of and has got that ability to set that example. And I thought his play all day was excellent. I thought he was outstanding and capped it off with a great finish for us.
Yeah, and again, I mean, to be able to be a captain and the leader that you want him to be, when surrounded by players like that, again, just accentuates.
Listen, they're having him 100%. I don't need to do that because of that, but they're having him, and I enjoy him being captain. So it's good for him. It's good for everybody, and delighted that he's still putting in those performances and still honouring that armband and doing well with it on.
All good.
Right, guys. All the best. Cheers, guys.